back to A Gentle Home. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Patty, and on Monday mornings I just like to have little coffee chats, and we just talk about resting in the will of God, dealing with difficult relationships, just life in general. Today I really want to focus on resting in the will of God no matter what the situation is. No matter what the difficult situation is, no matter what season you are in, whatever struggle you are going through, even whatever relatively joyful time you are in, are you acting in the will of God? Or are you either taking things on your own and trying to solve problems before praying about them, before trying to understand what is God trying to teach me or those around me in this situation? What are my eyes closed to? So first and foremost, I really am finding that if I will take a minute and just seek God's will in the situation, and try to understand a bigger picture, try to understand that God has never forsaken me, let me down. What I find is that I tend to rush through my difficult situations, and that is a normal thing to do. Who wants to stay in a desert for a long time? But sometimes when we rush through those hard times, we fail to see or allow God the time to work things out in the situation itself with all of the parties involved. I know every time I try to solve the problem, those times where you say, I got this, God, and I rush through with my own plan. Yes, we may muddle through, but it's never the outcome that God would have had us get to in the first place. So number one is don't rush through the hard times. God has some maturity for us to get to. No matter what our age, we can always grow more, mature more in our walk with the Lord. So don't rush through the hard times. The second thing would be don't rest in the past. Sometimes we can long for a better time, and we get so caught up in what was that we lose sight of what is today, and we squander so much time doing that. Yes, it's wonderful to look back on the good times, to remember when times were easy, or perhaps before we lost a spouse, or before a relationship was severed with a child, or before we had that argument with a best friend. It's okay to remember good times. We cannot allow ourselves to get lost there and lose the present, and maybe even close our eyes to something that God has for us right now, someone that God has for us right now. So that is number two. Don't get caught up in the past. And of course, the third is don't focus too much on the future. Don't live in the if onlys or when this happens, because again, the same thing happens, but just in a different way. You lose the present. We have so much here right now. Take away all of the bad relationships, take all of that away, and focus on, again, and I seem to repeat this, what's bringing you joy. Find that creative passion that you had many years ago, or try something new. Have you ever wanted to try watercolor painting? Or I've just taken up planning in a more creative way, and I am loving it. It's given me a renewed passion for today. It's reminded me how to record the beautiful and the hard and whatever happens today. So that is what I want us to focus on this week. Let's live today in God's will, trusting that He has tomorrow in His hands, and we're not guaranteed it. And let's focus on the relationships of today. So that's it. I hope that you were encouraged by today's coffee chat. I will be back this week. I have actually done some video in the garden, the work that we did last week, and I will be sharing that very soon. So if you like my content. If you are enjoying what I am sharing, love to have you subscribe, hit the like button, share the video, and as always, thank you for stopping by, and I will see you in the next video.